Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today I'm going to be speaking to you about creativity. Creativity being a flow trigger by itself, in a league of its own. Now, why is creativity so important? Creativity creates a feedback loop. It creates this amazing cycle. When you're creative, you get much more in the flow state. And when you're in the flow state, you're much more likely to be creative, and it keeps going from there. Stephen Kotler, one of the founders of the Flow Genome Project, says that creativity is old ideas with new insight. New insight, new lens, new perspective, however you want to see that word. We always say that nothing is original. This is what this means. We have all these old ideas. Everybody's already done it before. But a creator, they see it in a new way. They see it from their own storyline and narrative. They see it from their own perspective, which is ultimately what creativity is about. It's about that sense of power and perspective. You see, the way creativity is related to the flow state is in two ways. First of all, pattern recognition. Noticing colors, sights, sounds, tastes, textures, symbols, metaphors, all of that. And just noticing how it repeats itself. Getting the skills of observation and intuition. Tuning yourself, like a tuning fork, to what is going on around you. So if you're an artist, imagine you being a painter. You now see the world as a painting. That's flow. You become the painting. You merge action and awareness. The second thing is risk-taking. So as a creative person, you're taking much more of an emotional risk, a creative risk. You're getting vulnerable. You're going deep into your own storyline or something that has influenced you. You're getting empathetic. You are starting to understand the conditions of humanity. You get inspired by emotions. It's a very emotional type of work, creation. And artists are the transmuters, so they take the bad and they make it good. They're the alchemists of the world. And so, that's what we must aspire and emulate to be truly creative beings. Power not in a sense of hierarchy, but as a potency, as a catalyst towards change. So to create, what does that mean? To bring into being, to form out of nothing, to make, to bring forth, to produce, to procreate, to beget, to cause. I think cause is the most powerful word there because it is a word that is about creation. It's about causing something to be there. It's about cause, not effect. Once you be the cause, then you have the effect. Stimulus response. However, if you're always in effect to the world, you're always in reaction to the world, you're not going to be able to be a very good creator. But if you're cause, if you're the pool ball knocking all the other pool balls into the hole, and you're not being knocked around by life, you start to embody the gift of the creator, or the creative person. Creativity is about dancing outside the lines, being a bit rebellious. It's about thinking outside the box. That's the term that they use, right? Think outside the box. What is the box? The box never really existed, right? It's constructed. It's made from society. I talk about this in my book, A Magic Nation, okay, which is all about creativity. You know, we want to tap into this infinite pool of resources that we have. Our knowledge, our insight, our information, our inspiration. You know, they're all fragments of these populating our minds. So when we become creative, we have access to this portal of infinite ideas. Elizabeth Gilbert calls it big magic. It's just all these ideas are just floating around. And we as artists and creatives are just taking a little idea and claiming it, making it our own, but it already exists. So if it floats around, you know, somebody else can grab it from you and take it from you as well. And that does happen. So make sure that you tap into that thing before anybody else. You have that idea, claim it, make it yours, embody it, own it. The key metric in both innovation and creativity is value creation. You want to create value. You want something to be of service. And you were created to create. You are a creator. Why do we create? The simplest reason is because we can. Do you see animals being very creative and having creativity? Some of them, perhaps, very rarely. Maybe you give a chimpanzee a paintbrush, they might make something. However, we as human beings, we've always had this power of ingenuity, creation, innovation, progress. And I think there's also a lot of research that shows that, creativity is very valued in the workplace as well. Throughout employers, if they're creative. But what school does is stifles our creativity a lot of times. And it gets us to color inside the lines. Creativity is not that. We also want to break the stereotype of what it means to be creative, because we hear the word creative and we think about creative people or artists, and we always imagine them like being riddled with drugs or substance abuse issues or chain smoking and like destroying themselves. So there is this stereotype and this trope of the destructive artist. Now, we have to slowly start to change the paradigm from destructive artist to empowered creator. That's the real progress for anyone who wants to use the flow state not to escape, but for transformation. So the thing is, it's about that curiosity. Curiosity creating the passion, which creates the purpose, as I mentioned. So why am I ending with creativity? Because it means a lot to me. I had this Facebook group called Camp a while back, Creativity Accelerator Masterclass Project. Check out all those old videos on there because it's very, very exciting. If you look it up on Facebook, you'll find a lot of my old videos. And it's like maybe a few years back, right? I started making these videos. They used to be very colorful videos, like very shocking to the eyes, and then I got rid of the color, and they started to just dive deep into the concept of creativity. It really started to explore the concept of what creativity really is and what it means and how you can enhance it. It was exciting, mind-boggling stuff, right? Creativity, without creativity, we live a boring life. We can't solve any problems. We fear uncertainty. But when we're creative, we're also adaptable, we're fluid, we're flowing. And that's why it's so relevant towards the flow. Because you are like water as you're creating. You are letting go, you're becoming the channel for the creation to happen. You're letting go, you're creating the circumstances, but then you're letting go. You're having the end result in mind and living through it, but then you're also allowing. You're allowing creativity to come into your life. You can't force creativity. You can only allow it. And I think that's a powerful lesson and a powerful note to end this video series on. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, check out the rest of the videos in the Flow Trigger series. Having said that, have an amazing day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Peace out.